Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? My name is Kent. Channel is EOS San Diego, and of course I make videos about the blockchain, cryptocurrencies, all that good stuff. So today has been a very interesting day for EOS because the chief technical officer, actually the co-founder of EOS, Dan Larimer, has decided to step down as no longer a part of the project. And I want to talk about that a little bit tonight. And really I want to talk about it from the standpoint we probably none of us really know what's going on or the real reason. So everything I say tonight is probably just my opinion, is my conjecture. I don't know. I really don't know what to say about this. Actually, I'm kind of interested in the fact why you would do such a thing, because he promised that he wouldn't do it. Dan always said that everybody accused him of taking off after he starts projects and starting new projects, and then not continuing. And he said no, he'd be very happy with Block One. If my memory serves me correctly, I haven't gone back and looked at all the previous things he'd said because it happened today and I didn't have time to do that. But I think he said that he wouldn't do it because he was happy with Block One and he felt very comfortable with how he was being compensated and all that good stuff. So basically, Dan did what he said he wasn't going to do, which is never a good thing. And it hurts your credibility, and it hurts the way people feel, about your character. So I don't think that was a good move, in my opinion. But I don't know the circumstances. I don't know what was going on. I don't know why he left. Could have been something else. Could be something I don't even know, and maybe he had good reasons to leave. I don't know. But from just an outsider's point of view, in my opinion, it's not a good look for Dan. The other thing too I'd like to say is that in the beginning of this channel, the reason I call it EOS San Diego, and the reason I even started making YouTube channels, is because I liked the project. I thought the project was good from technical side. The blockchain being very fast and being able to take on a lot of transactions. That's why I followed it. That's why I liked it. I thought Dan's ideas were really good. I wanted to do well. So I came on here and just started making YouTube videos on my own as somebody that didn't have any affiliation or any way of being rewarded by EOS or Block One. I just did it because I felt I wanted to be a participant. I was, I did it out of my own love of the project, and correspondingly, if that's a word or that makes sense in this context, I've never had him reach back to me. I've tried to have Dan talk to me a lot of times. I've talked to Block One and asked him if Dan would do an interview with me. And I know that if they talked to Dan about it, because I actually got responses from him, and they asked me stuff like, well, what do you want to talk to Dan about? You want to talk to him about your YouTube channel, or you want to talk to him about technical issues? And I would say YouTube channel, and I'd never get a response. And I did this several times. I actually knew people at Block One that I tried to talk to get Dan to come on this channel, and Dan basically would never come on this channel. I put a challenge out for him to be on this channel. I actually put a reward if somebody could get him to come on this channel. Would have paid someone, I think, up to $300 or $400, or $500 or $600. I can't remember how much of a reward just to get somebody to get Dan to come on this channel. And in my mind, when I have a lot of people that are interested in EOS, and I talk very favorably about EOS, and we are running an application on EOS, and Dan doesn't even want to come on my channel, I don't know what to tell you about something like that. I mean, that doesn't really make to me much sense. But I don't know his reasons. I don't know why he would. How you doing? Yes, in this way. Yeah, it's this way. Yeah, thanks, guys. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of disappointed about that because I would have been, probably pretty easy to have an interview. I would have been, very favorable of everything he does or did, and probably been somebody that would have been, softball questions, things would have been, very heavily favored for EOS and everything going on with EOS. So I don't know what's going on in the mind of a guy like Dan Larimer. I really don't. I think he's a little tightly wound. He claims, I watched a Twitter a little bit of him or not Twitter, listen to Twitter or CoinDesk or one of these articles about him, and he says there's dark days ahead, and he's worried about censorship and all this other stuff. I guess because they blocked Trump, so he's all upset about. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. So I mean, he's got. I know he's a libertarian, and I think his political views and my political views are probably, pretty different. I don't think we have dark days ahead. I think we have bright days ahead. I'm not looking at things negatively. I look at things positively. Someone wrote in one of my comments here recently, I was talking a little bit about consciousness of Bitcoin, and they said, well, I like the way you think, and I appreciated that because I told them, I said, I had a kind of, some experiences this year too. I had a near-death experience a few months ago. I made a video about it, where I almost died, was in a coma for 3 days, when I had a heart surgery, had some work done on my heart. And I'm fine today. In fact, I feel better than I've ever felt my whole life. So, I don't feel poorly, but, I had some real, I had a close call, and of course it makes you start thinking about stuff. And I really come to the conclusion that I'm not trying to fight the world anymore. I'm not trying to go out there and say, the world is bad, or, we have censorship and we're in for dark days, and there's evil men running the world, and then they're going to take over. We're all going to be in FEMA camps, and I'm not going to go there. And if people want to go those directions, then this is not the place for them. This is not the channel for them. I'm not into that. I'm into consciousness. I'm into positive feelings. I'm into our experiences should all be linked together through a network of interconnectivity where we're all trying to make the world a better place. And we are making the world a better place. And Dan has been a big part of that by creating something like the EOS blockchain. He has literally created a vehicle so that people can communicate with one another, like in our case, exchange crypto back and forth, and have people make a living from using our application. And we have people that are living, are feeding themselves and their families by using our application. And that is something to be happy about. Not dark days, bright days. Not unhappiness, but happiness. And these are things I just feel like Dan can't accept. And when he says stuff like we have dark days ahead, and he's worried about censorship, he's got to give that stuff up, man. We were living in bright days. The internet is a great tool, and it's given a lot of people a lot of hope. And yeah, maybe not everybody likes when somebody says that, we consider what you're saying to be distasteful, and we don't want it to be used in maybe a way that affects other people in a harmful way. And if you agree or disagree, and it doesn't happen to make it out there, because if you call it censorship or not censorship, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not a perfect world. Things always don't go the way we want them to go. You have to accept it and just know that you push forward with a good attitude and with a brightness and a happiness, and you don't give up. So I wish Dan well. I think EOS will be just fine without him. Like I say, I came on to I'm making these videos trying to be a positive effect on EOS. I'm trying to be somebody that could be a spokesman, in a way without being, affiliated or associated or rewarded by him. I did it because I wanted to do it, because I felt like somebody should do it. And I felt like they always lacked that. I always felt like EOS lacked someone that was going to go out there and really talk highly about the project. That's why I loved Brock Pierce. I thought Brock Pierce was a very positive influence. He had a lot of energy about him. He had a lot of talk. He spoke very favorably, and he was positive. That's what I love about Brock Pierce. So I would say I'm more on the Brock Pierce side of it than the Dan Larimer side of it. But anyway, whatever he does, I hope he does well. I probably won't be following any more of Dan's projects. So, Dan, good luck to you. I hope you do well. You're a bright guy. You got a lot of abilities, and you've made the world a better place, in my opinion. And I think you should be a little bit more congratulatory towards your own works and your own what should I say? Your contributions, because you've made a lot of contributions. So Dan's done well, and I think he's a good guy. Even though, like I say, we were probably different people. I think EOS, it won't affect EOS negatively. Dan has built the software or helped build the software. I'm sure he had a lot of help doing it, but I think a lot of the ideas are probably his. But it's been built, it's running great, we're running on it, we're doing really, really well, we're happy with it. So I think that part of it's done. So the technical side of it's done, so that's Dan's part. So that's finished. So as far as the rest of it's concerned, I think they'll find someone to take Dan's place that probably will do all right. And they'll probably will also, it may take the whole project may take on a different feel. Obviously, right now, a lot of people are negative about EOS. So it can't hurt, for somebody else to come in and start, talking about EOS. So hopefully we can get somebody to come in and start talking. We are going to continue to run on EOS. We have other options available to us right now that we're looking at, but right now we're on EOS. We're probably going to stay on EOS until we make another decision, but that doesn't mean we won't possibly go on to another chain, because we're thinking about that. If you've joined our Telegram, you probably know what I'm talking about. But anyway, like I say, it's interesting to me that this has happened. Everybody said this in the beginning, that Dan leaves his projects, and I didn't want to believe it. I bought in. I mean, I was like, I know this guy says he's still going to stay. He's probably going to stay. He'll stick it out for the long term. He's going to be with EOS forever. I'm very, very surprised that it turned out this way, and I'm very surprised so many people got so negative about EOS. I guess at the end of the day, I've learned a lot, and but here I'm still with EOS, and I'm still talking EOS, and I'm still positive EOS. So I'm not leaving, and I'm not changing. I'm still supporting my party of $100. It will get there here someday, I promise you. So I'm still involved. I'm not going to give up. I think people are going to make a lot of money from EOS. As long as they're holding a lot of Bitcoin, I think it's inevitable they're going to make a lot of money. And of course, that's what they've done. They bought a lot of Bitcoin. They own a lot of Bitcoin. I think I read 140,000 Bitcoin. So if that's the case, hey, everything's fine. I think the future is quite bright, especially if they own that much Bitcoin, because I think there's no way to lose with Bitcoin. And I think EOS being a smart contract platform, I'm a buyer. Been a buyer, going to be a buyer, and going to continue to be a buyer. And like I say, whatever goes on with Dan Larimer is irrelevant at this point, because he's not part of the project. And whatever he does from here on forward, like I say, I wish him success. I won't be a follower of his projects anymore, but I will wish him, the best of luck, because I do think he's a good person. And I did meet him face to face. Had a brief conversation with him. Seemed like a really, really nice guy. Just like I say, I think we're a little different in the way we look at the world, So anyway, that's my take on it. If anything else comes out, I'll probably make a video about it, because I'll probably continue to make these videos every night. And if I read anything more about it, I'll try to bring it to you. But anyway, it's kind of interesting. Probably kind of shocking to me. I got up this morning, and the first thing I read is Dan Larimer left Block 1. And when I read that, I was kind of surprised. It took me a little bit of time to process that and think about it, because I didn't really, consider that would be a possibility. So anyway, interesting, very, very, very interesting. Bitcoin market's right down a little bit. Got time to buy. I don't know where EOS is at. I think it went down a little bit based on this news, but really kind of a bad time to leave, in my opinion, because I think right now things are really starting to go up, starting to take off. So anyway, we'll see where that all goes. Sometimes when you leave for greener grasses, you don't ever get any stability, or you don't ever get any place where you really stake your position and stay with it consistently. And I think sometimes people leave too quickly, and they don't consider things as much as they should. And of course, I'm a lot older than Dan Larimer. I'm probably twice his age. So I don't know. I guess all the times I said that he wouldn't leave and he left, I guess it shows you how much, sometimes you probably should listen to, what people, the people that have been around a little bit longer, or people that saw him in his other projects, and when they say they did leaves in his projects, they probably had good basis for saying that. And of course, I just figured, no, this is different. We'll still stay. So anyway, like I say, if I get any more information about it, or anybody else says anything to me, I'll certainly forward it to you, and we'll talk more about it. And hopefully, maybe someone from Block 1 will reach out to me. I mean, someone, please, I'm offering anybody from Block 1 to come talk to me. Anybody from Block 1 or EOS to come talk to me. In fact, I will literally fly back to wherever it is that they want to do it. I don't know if it's in Blacksburg now, because I know that's where Dan's from. So if Dan leaves, I don't know if the project moves to a different area. I'll even fly to Hong Kong if they want me to fly to Hong Kong. I'll go in there anywhere they want me to go in the world to visit with anybody about EOS, to do an interview and talk to my subscribers. I'm getting close to 5,000 subscribers, and like I say, my analytics show that about 25 to 30,000 people watch these videos. Most of the people aren't subscribed, so and right now the views are growing. They're used to, for a long period of time, my views were always 2,000 or 3,000 views a video. But since we were in a bad bear market, the views went down. But now the views are coming back. So 3,000 people watch these videos every night. So it would be an interesting platform for people to talk with about EOS, especially knowing that that's basically what this channel is about, or has been about for over 3 years now. So we'll see what happens. And the best part is we're still going very strong with the challenge application. I'll put some links at the end of this video for some challenge news, and that's going really, really well. We're really happy. We have maybe an opportunity to move on to some bigger exchanges, and to get into some different wallets and get some other parts of the world, to get exposed to our application, and all made possible because of EOS. So, we are very thankful to EOS and Dan Larimer for all that they've done. I appreciate you watching.